Alright, welcome to this quick video on how to get pros set up in Visual Studio Code. I've had 3 people ask me this question now, so since I'm in the spirit of making visual like tutorials and stuff on how to do this kind of stuff, let's just do a quick tutorial. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and download Visual Studio Code. You can get it off of a Microsoft website or through the Microsoft App Store. Then what you're going to want to do is you should have an option in File Explorer to go ahead, and if you click on anything, you should have an option. If you're in Windows 11, you're going to want to click Show More Options, and then you should see an Edit with VS Code option here. If you don't see that, however, you can just go ahead and open up VS Code. Sorry, if you do see that, you can just click it, and it'll open up in VS Code just like this, basically, except it'll look more like this, boom, but that's the only really difference. The other thing you can do is, if you don't see it, you can open up Visual Studio Code. You can click Add Folder to Workspace, and then you can navigate to your code folder and go ahead and basically open up your code folder. So I can open up my startup code folder, and if I add this, it's going to add this folder that's open up right here. Then we can open up our main.h file or whatever, and this is a little bit different than like your normal Pros editor, or if you're used to using VS Code, it's a lot different than your VS Code editor. In the sense that everything we do here in VS Code, there is ways to set it up using like this terminal run build task. However, honestly, I wouldn't recommend using it. The best way that I've found to do it is if you go to the bottom of the screen and drag up here, you're gonna get this nice little window right here, and it's probably gonna have it open to the output console or the problems console, and it might have a few like errors with it. Thing is, we're just going to want to go over to terminal here, and then all of your commands you can basically access with the PROSv5 main command. And there's a few things you can do with this. There's PROSv5 make, which is actually going to go ahead and build your project. The nice thing about this is this Visual Studio terminal command prompt is actually going to open it straight up to the project directory, so you won't actually need to cd anything or anything. It'll all just be here. Then there's also PROSv5 upload. I don't have a v5 brain with me, so I can't actually run this command, but there is a few prefixes, or sorry, nfixes to the upload command. So there's PROSv5 upload, which by default will upload to slot 1. However, if you want to upload to multiple slots, you can simply press a spacebar after upload, 2 dashes, slot, space, and then the number slot you want. So there's 8 slots, so you can enter in anything from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, all the way up to 8. Yeah. There are also a couple other PROSv5 utilities, but if you just type in PROSv5, it'll actually give you this nice little list here. And if you type in PROSv5 -- help, it will actually show this same list. So that command is just fantastic. But yeah, we can type in PROSv5 v5, and it'll give us utilities for managing the v5. Upload, of course, upload. Upgrade works technically, but I never bother with it. A terminal can be quite a useful one. If you've ever used the printf command in your program, typing in PROSv5 terminal will actually open up that serial connection and allow you to view basically the terminal output of your robot, which is super useful for debugging if you want to do that. But yeah, that's basically all there is. Then everything is pretty much just done through Visual Studio Code like a normal project file. All of your main compiling and everything is done through the terminal. honestly, there really isn't much to it. That's why I just made this simple thing. Oh, and if you didn't know this yet, you just change your project name directly in the project.pros file, and it's right here. Oh, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I guess I can't zoom in here. But yeah. The useful thing that I find really useful with VS Code is, first of all, I find VS Code to have a lot more color schemes, and just generally, I like the layout better. I like its cleanliness better. I like its Atom seems to have a lot of clutter, especially with the toolbars and whatnot. I like Visual Studio Code better, and I especially like its ability to open up basically infinite terminals on the side here. So you can see I have my original one here. I can just boom, click a new terminal here, and this allows me to just open up a PROSv5 terminal like this, and then switch back and forth between my my main one and my like serial output terminal, which is great. And then I just want to close it, boom, I can just close it just like that. And it's so much easier than Atom's stupidity that they have for terminals. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions on how to do this, or you want me to make a video on how to run the build tasks and configure those up, I can definitely do that. Definitely either shoot me off, probably not an email, 'cause I gotta be honest, I check my emails about once a day at the oddest times, or once a week, more accurately. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask me in person or leave a comment on this video. As well as majority of this stuff is stored in my GitHub right here. So we can even see in my GitHub, I actually have a copy of the tasks and CPP configuration.johnson if you really want to take a look at those. They're just in the VS Code configuration files, and I'll leave a link to this in the video description. Anyways, thanks for watching, and until next time.